Here is my full manuscript. I'm just gonna read off from here. Alright. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Hello, welcome to my commemorative speech for a public speaking class. My name is Carter Stegmeyer, and today I will be commemorating my good friend John. John is usually a part of my videos. He's usually my audience, but seeing as the speech is about him, I decided that would be a little bit weird. So instead I have my sister as the audience for today. She's holding the camera. There she goes. But back to John. I've known John for close to 7 years now, and that's about the longest I've known anybody that's not actually in my family. My family moves every couple years because my dad is in the military, but we settled permanently in Virginia because we've made such close friends with the people here, and one of those families is John's. Over the last 7 years, I've gotten to know John, his family, very well, and he's become one of my closest friends. It's not an exaggeration to say that I know John's family better than I know most of my own family. And for that reason, when I found out I had to give a commemorative speech, I knew it would be easy because I could just do one on John. So why John? What about him makes him worthy of a commemorative speech? There are several reasons. First, he's very reliable and hardworking. You can always count on John to get a job done. Second, he's not only kind, but he's humble too. And third, he has a way with words that is difficult to describe, but I'll do my best. First up, John is very reliable and hardworking. If John says he's going to do something, he'll do it. And sometimes, even when he says that he isn't going to do something, he'll still do it just because. John isn't the kind of guy who gives up because he gave it his best shot and failed. He'll try again, no matter how many times it takes. John is a machine. It might sound stupid to try again and again at something knowing you'll probably fail, but is it really that stupid if it works out in the end? The answer is maybe, because sometimes it just doesn't work out in the end. But the point is that the determination that John continually shows isn't something that everyone is capable of, and every failure just brings him one step closer to success the next time. Second, John is kind to a fault. Even after knowing him for so long, he is still as polite and respectful every time he comes to my house as the first time he ever came over. Stuff like asking for a glass of water, or if he can use our bathroom. Things he should just know are fine by now, he still wants to be polite about. He's also very humble. Even if he did 80% of a work in a project, he'll say it was a 50-50 effort, and he only took the easy parts. If he comes up with a good idea, he'll say it was a group effort. And when people try to thank him for a job well done, all he says is, "Oh, thanks." Not even a "you're welcome," but a thank you for thanking him. And lastly, John has a way with words. Now I mean a lot of things when I say that. The most obvious meaning would be that he's just a very funny guy. He says a lot of funny things and he's got a great sense of humor. In any situation, he can make a joke or be reminded of a funny story. And even when he says something that isn't that funny, you can't help but laugh because you can tell that to John, what he said was hilarious, and he's not afraid to laugh at his own jokes. However, when I say he has a way with words, I also mean that he can say some pretty profound things from time to time. John is as philosophical as Aristotle. Some would say he is a modern-day philosopher. Some would say he doesn't even understand what he just said. Some would say he's probably just dumb. I say it's probably a little bit of all three. Now for all three of those main points, John is worthy of being the subject of this commemorative speech. But the most important reason is that he's a good friend. It's possible to commemorate someone famous for the great things they've done or the incredible things they've said, but it's also possible to commemorate someone just for being a good person and being a part of your life. So to John, thank you for being part of my friend.